Hello, everyone, and welcome to my journey. A journey unlike any other. A journey with highs, a journey with lows. A journey with good and bad and ugly and downright awkward. Yes, it is a journey of a first-year middle school math teacher. Buckle your seatbelts. Our journey will be taking place in quaint, quiet Ogallala, Nebraska, proudly declaring itself the cowboy capital of the world. Well, okay, maybe not the world, but at least of Nebraska. Everywhere you look, quiet little Ogallala has traces of the past, from Old West town to cattle trails to everything in between. Ah, can you see it there? Up on the horizon? Yes, that is Prairie View School, home of the Ogallala Indians. Ironically enough, for the cowboy capital of Nebraska. But it is the palace of education, the castle of opportunity, the cathedral of knowledge, and my first place of employment. Step into the castle with me and walk down the hallway. And then another hallway. Oh wait, and then one more hallway. All the way to E103, my very first classroom. Oh, how I've waited for the day where I could have a place where minds will be molded, futures will be forged, and math will be magic. Now, what would any journey be without trials and obstacles? And here we find our first one, technology. Or more specifically, my smartboard. I think it's called a smartboard because you have to be smarter than the stinking board in order to get it to work. It's like Russian roulette. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Now, however frustrating my smartboard has been, it pales in comparison with my arch nemesis, the copy machine. Oh yes, many wars have been waged and battles have been fought on the fields of the Prairie View copy room. Perhaps my copies will be blue. Maybe they'll be green. But they'll probably just end up jammed in this stupid machine. Okay, I'm calmed down now. It's finally the day I've been waiting for, the first day of school, and so many questions are swirling around my mind. Will the students like me? Will I like them? Can I really do this? Well, do or die, sink or swim, here we go, we're diving in. Well, the first day is over, and I'm still standing. It actually went very well. But now I'm facing another unexpected obstacle called school lunch. Ah, yes, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Somebody should have told me to avoid Mystery Meat Monday. It is now the second week of school, and things seem to be going pretty well. Until today. This day will be forever known in history as the thermodynamic incident of 2017, also known as the day that my air conditioning quit in my classroom, also known as the day that we discovered that not all teenagers have discovered the wonderful powers of deodorant. I survived the sweaty classroom, but what happens next nearly killed me. Imagine the scene. A room full of 20 hormonal 7th graders thirsting for pre-algebra knowledge, and me up at the front teaching away, and this is what I said. Imagine, class, if we have 6x. I bet you can imagine what I said. Oh yes, that was by far the most embarrassing incident of my first year. Lots of red faces in the room, mainly mine. But now I'm a month into my teaching career, and you know what? I actually like this thing. I love my students, and I really like this school. I think I could be here for a long time. It's the end of September, and that means it's time for parent-teacher conferences. The only thing I really learned about this in college is to make a compliment sandwich. Sandwich the bad with the good. I really like my students and I think they like me, but what about the parents? Will they trust me with the education of their child? Well, here we go. My journey as a middle school math teacher seems to be going pretty well. Here we are in mid-October, nobody has bled and nobody has cried. Yay me! But now the journey is about to take on another turn called basketball season. You see, I'm an assistant girls basketball coach, which brings a whole set of challenges, but lots of rewards. One of the biggest lessons I learned during basketball season was, well, there just doesn't seem to be enough hours in the day. That is why I was so thankful for a couple of our favorite days as teachers. Snow days. Oh yes, those days of reprieve and catching up. Oh, how beautiful they are to me. As much as I enjoyed my snow days, they paled in comparison with that magical time that comes at the end of December to the first part of January, known as Christmas break. Now don't get me wrong, I like my kids and I love my job, but this break could not have come at a better time for a teacher needing a bit of a break. After a nice, long, refreshing Christmas break, I was ready to be back in the classroom again. Now, January and February are strange months on the school calendar. For one, you're wondering if you'll ever see the sun again. And secondly, sometimes your students just lose their minds over break and forget how to be humans. We had to correct that. Roses are red, violets are blue. Winter will pass, and spring finally broke through. What seemed like an eternity in January and February went by in a rush in the spring. It seemed like when the grass started growing and the birds started chirping, my students' brains turned back on. It was a beautiful sight to see. At this point in mid-March, basketball season was over, and the school year was quickly coming to a close. I still remember when the head golf coach came in my class and asked, "How would you like to be my assistant?" Another unexpected obstacle, but one I was looking forward to. "You want to pay me to go to the golf course every day? Count me in." As every teacher knows, and as I was about to find out, the end of the school year means one thing: testing. And more testing. And how about some more testing? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a believer in accountability and in measuring student achievement, but I was completely shocked at the amount of testing my students were required to do. April and May quickly came and went, and poof, the school year was over. I had made it. I had survived my first year as a teacher. What are my thoughts, you ask? Well, many, but for one, I really enjoyed my first year, and two, I missed my students, and I seriously cannot wait for next year to start already.